Greetings and welcome to episode 2 of Coffee with Kiyonah. So, today my topic is Wabi Sabi. If you don't know what Wabi Sabi is, it is basically the art of taking things that are broken, repairing them in gorgeous ways, and making them into works of art, or appreciating things that have changed over a long period of time through degradation to the point where they look beautiful, like old Buddhist statues and things like that. And I'm choosing this topic because I am a Wabi Sabi woman, and I have experienced emotional brokenness, and I have put my pieces back together again and painted them with gold. And I think a lot of conscious people, empathic people, spiritual people, indigos, starseeds, and what have you, I think a lot of us become broken by the harshness of life here. And that's okay. It's only one of the phases. It's not the end of the road. It's just one of the phases of initiation into full maturity. But some don't survive it. Some of them kill themselves or do drugs until they die, or commit crimes of passion and go to jail, or just drink their whole life away and fall asleep, basically. So what I'm thinking is that I'm a Wabi Sabi woman. Years ago, I used to be, well, all my life I've been a writer, but I really felt actively like an actual writer back from like 1995 to 2005. And I was just so inspired and electrified by everything. And I kept so many journals and wrote so many little manuscripts and ideas, really incredible ideas that I wonder if I'll ever manifest, because all of those manuscripts and things are gone. They were destroyed by evil people. So I have a lot of thoughts today about this Wabi Sabi concept of taking my broken pieces and gluing them back together. So I was a writer, and I felt like I had some kind of a gift of the Holy Spirit where I could channel and do automatic writing, and I could get downloads that were far more beautiful or profound than anything that I could write on my own. I felt like I was in the flow. I was in the zone. I was blessed. And I really enjoyed it. It's a very good feeling to have this build-up of inspirations and ideas and creativity and just being blissed at where you live, in the mountains or whatever, and then having it build up such a pressure that it just has to come out of you as a book or a movie or a series of poems or a work of art or a song. That feels good. It also feels good to be in the zone to where you are your everyday, ordinary self, but as you start writing, you fall into the zone, and something just happens to where you start just transmitting something that's coming through you, and it does have your writing style and your ideas and things, but there's a certain energy to it that's special, more than if you're just trying to write something. Okay, so being a Wabi Sabi woman, getting broken by circumstances of life gave me severe writer's block. It completely cut off that flow, whether it was my pineal gland or lack of producing DMT or being lonely, abused, or whatever. I lost it. I fell from grace. And now that I'm here in a new home, in a new part of the country for 2.5 years now, I've been healing that. I've been processing and integrating and healing a tremendous amount of grief and anxiety and regret and all kinds of things. And with the acquisition of this video camera for daily blogging, I actually felt like a door opened again, and I got back in the zone. I was blessed again, pulled up into grace again. And instead of what I am or what I have to share coming out in written form, right now it's coming out verbally on video. And I hope that'll continue to be refined and strengthened as we go. So, you know, at any point when I felt really broken and destroyed and had total writer's block and thought it was all over for me, I could have committed suicide or walked out of my life or something, but I didn't. I just kept going and I kept processing it. You know, I kept holding my broken pieces, you know, until I could figure out a way to build a new bowl that the piece, you know, like the broken pieces were, but a new bowl, until I could figure out how to do that or how to build a new life or something. And it took quite a while. Any work of art does. So rather than wishing that I was a brand new vase or a different vase or something like that, I've taken my broken pieces and put them back together and painted them with gold, which is the light of spiritual awareness. And unlike a lot of teachers who are, or people, preachers, people who are on their way but not there yet, they think that you want to cure negativity and darkness and shadow, that you want to transcend it or get rid of it or control it or something. But I believe in authenticity and freedom. There is a line you don't want to cross because then it goes into self-destruction and destruction of what's around you. But there's a certain catharsis in fully feeling what you really feel with no holds barred. And I think that actually generates energy that I can transmute into positive energy. I can feel the actual energy and electricity in my body, you know. And that dark energy, sometimes I will scan my body for where I have those kind of feelings, PTSD, anxiety, grief, anger, resentment, and whatever, because I really do feel those feelings. And I feel like it can make me pretty ugly and dark. Even though I'm a loner and I stay alone a lot, I'm still witnessing it, and I feel just as bad as anybody else would. So I'd like to get rid of it. So what I do is I make a sideball, and I do that by pulling out through those cracks, pulling out that negative energy and gathering it into a sort of a taffy ball of energy. Gathering it, pulling it out like taffy, waiting and letting it build up a little, pulling it out some more, and squeezing it together into this ball, this energy ball between my hands. And I go like this, and I can feel the heat of it. And I keep squishing it together. This is the negative energy I pulled out of me, and I'll add to it also. And then I'll start spinning it into white light. Keep spinning it and spinning it until it changes color and energy and vibration frequency to really high. High white light, golden light, pink light, love light of consciousness. Transmute this energy. And then I put it back inside of me, wherever I feel like I need it. And when you do that, it runs all through your nervous system. You can feel it tingling in your arms and going down your torso and your back and your legs. And then that makes you glow like a Wabi Sabi woman, Wabi Sabi warrior, you know. So a new thing I want to do in my coffee time is occasionally or every day pull out one of these amazing books we have. We have thousands of amazing books in our house, and do a reading for you. So since I was talking about darkness and spirituality, I thought I'd read out of this one. I pulled it randomly off the shelf. It's called Sharing of the Heart. It was written by Richard Otto in 1989. Every page appears to be handwritten and hand illustrated. And this is page 250, The Darkness of Polarity. As the sun is made visible by the unfathomable blackness, wisdom is brought to light by the vast darkness of what engulfs it. Can one exist without relation to the other? Is not the immensity of the void given meaning by an object resting within its embrace? Light beckons your heart, yet it is darkness that opens the vision. Your spirit sojourns amidst polarities that spring eternal in wayward reach, but can they sustain? And is infinity a trap? Spirit mercifully shuns, unmercifully shuns. Accept it all. See the relationship interwoven as its fabric. Even dance amidst its play of shadows, as light forecasts an illusion of perspective. A dream needs relativity to grasp unfathomable mysteries. But why define the edges of a miracle? Is it not enough to walk enfolded in nights of future past and laugh at the wonder that something blooms fragrant out of the emptiness? Yet the spirit is free, ringing on, and its song creates worlds of life unimaginable. Oh, how sublime in the dark light. Isn't that funny how I keep going unimaginable, bubble? But I thought that was a great poem, and it's a beautiful picture that goes with it. So just keep that perspective. There's so much in the higher dimensions that you and I have no clue of. You know, and it's all going on simultaneously right now, and we're just not aware of it. You know, what things really are, sometimes it's not what we think it is. Like the Bermuda Triangle. Everyone's like, ooh, what's this triangle of energy? Oh my gosh, what is this? Well, I believe the pyramids of Atlantis are down there somewhere, right? It's right in the right area. And things like that. So we look at the world and we're like, wow, that's a mystery, you know. But really the explanation is very known up on the higher dimensions. So just keep your mind open, you know, to both the shadow side and the light side, because there's value in beauty and power in both of them, you know. Duality is where the one source fractaled off into all these different expressions in order to be in motion so that source could experience itself being alive, because it feels good and it likes that, including the drama and the pain and everything else. You know, actors in movies have to really get worked up and be sad or be angry or whatever to where you can believe it, you know. And it's the same way in life, you know. We are like actors in a play, and we can be good actors or bad actors. Just random thoughts, I'm sorry. So you can explore your shadow side and be a Wabi Sabi person, a Wabi Sabi warrior, without being dishonorable and lacking integrity and not being authentic. You know, you can be your authentic broken self. I've pushed it a little too far several times with my PTSD, and I have probably alienated people and frightened people with my blowouts. And I got that under control a while ago, but I still remember it very vividly, where somebody would trigger me and I was so full of explosive energy that it just went crazy, like a thunderstorm or a nuclear explosion or a volcano or something. So instead of building up that energy until it explodes, you can say that you are, you know, doing your shadow walk as a Wabi Sabi warrior and diffuse it gradually, little by little, you know. And how do you do that? Well, I did it by talking about it over and over again until it lost its emotional charge. I also practiced sitting with those feelings and blaming the other person for triggering me and things like that. I sat with those feelings and I comforted myself like a broken child. Like, it's okay to feel that way. I'm sorry that you feel like you were hurt or attacked. And I understand why you reacted the way you did. And it's okay. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to love you. because like the great teacher Matt Kahn said, these things need more love, not less. Anything like that needs more love, not less. The things that you resist giving love to is what needs more love, not less. So when I have the PTSD and the attacks and stuff, I sit with it until I can embrace it and somehow put it in there and honor my story. You know, where someone might say, yes, I'm a murderer, yes, I'm a thief, yes, I'm a child abuser, or whatever they are labeled as now that has ruined their life, say, you know, I accept this. I honor this as my story that shows just how far down people can go. I allow myself to climb back up out of darkness into the land of the living. And I can do that by not celebrating, but just honoring, embracing, accepting, allowing, honoring your story, not with self-righteous glee or conceitedness or something, but just saying, I've been through some heavy shit and I know how you feel. And, you know, mainstream treatments never worked for me as far as grief and things like that. This is what worked for me because I actually went through it and survived it. And this is what can help you. To me, that's being authentic. And so that's the gold paint around your broken pieces. Yes, you were homeless. Yes, you were domestically abused. Yes, you accidentally hurt someone or on purpose. Whatever. Yes, that happened. But I am an eternal soul, and I will not let this be in vain. I feel remorse. I feel regret. I want to make amends. And one of the best ways to do that is to rise into your full potential and to pay it forward, whatever you feel like your restitution is, you know, to bless the world in some way. If you don't do that, then that's your problem, you know. I don't know what to tell you. But for me, the way to survive such terrible brokenness is to use it as a way to understand compassion for everyone who is suffering and to understand how things are out of alignment. Again, that's the gold around the edges of my broken pieces, that the light shines through. It's all these broken pieces and then this gold paint that the light shines through. It goes through those bad experiences and illuminates as it goes through that gold paint. And then your life is enlightened, it's aware, you know. And you realize that everything in life just is. You know, it's neutral, like words on a paper. It's not good, bad, right, wrong. It's us who gives it meaning as good, bad, right, wrong. You know, we are the ones generating that perception because it serves our evolution or it serves the laws of life for some reason. You know. And as a Wabi Sabi warrior, you realize that everything is about alignment and balance because you are broken. You're not more fragile, but you function a little bit differently. And so you want to consciously craft a life where you either have solitude or you're alone a lot so that you can be your ideal self, you know. And you honor everyone and everything without judgment and you just love them unconditionally. And if they judge you and they still hold you in a negative space, you may feel the grief of the lack of connection, but you will probably not feel so much pain from their judgment as you used to. You'll feel like they are broken. They are emotionally broken. They're not in the vibration of unconditional love. They're not in alignment with harmony. and so they need more love, not less. Whether they can receive that or not doesn't matter. All you have to do is emanate it through your broken pieces as a Wabi Sabi warrior, and just stand your truth. And it can be hard if you're getting triggered, if you actually do have PTSD. But, and if you lose it, then just have compassion for yourself like you would for someone else. So I think that concludes coffee time for today. That's 20 minutes. So until we meet again tomorrow, be beautiful, be free, and be true to yourself. And be blissed and be blessed because you are. And as you go through your day, take care and take it easy. It's been wonderful hanging out with you. So, namaste.